just wanted to share with you a quick thought that I had this week, and I really felt like I needed to make a video about it, so here it is. The other day I was at Walmart, and it's the Walmart here in Layton, Utah. It's a crazy busy Walmart. I know I've shared experiences about it before in some of my videos. Now this day I had to run in and grab something because I had an appointment. I was donating blood right next door. So I had to get some things, and I thought, well, I'll just run over to Walmart since I'm already over here. So I went inside, and as I walked through the entrance at the door, I noticed something. It caught my attention. I look over, and I see a man and a woman that are in some kind of conflict. But because I didn't see it from the beginning, I just caught the few seconds that I did. My logical mind began to rationalize, oh, maybe they know each other. Maybe that's her father, and she's getting after him. Or they're joking around and you're just misinterpreting it. But here, and actually down here, I felt that something was off about the situation. It just didn't feel right. But I was in a hurry, and the store was busy, there were people everywhere, so I just kept going. But right as I passed them, I looked over again and I saw the man. So it was a very tall, elderly man, very big and tall. And there was a Walmart employee. They were in conflict with each other, and she had like a bottle of lotion and another product in her hand, and he ripped him out of her hands, threw him in his cart, and then he waved his hands at her, and his whole body was shaking. And that's when I felt the negative energy. It was so powerful that it looked like he was about to have a seizure. His body was just shaking, and he reached his hands for her neck like he wanted to strangle her. His eyeballs got huge and were about to pop out of his head. And she backed away, and I just kept going, and my logical mind started to rationalize. It's not what you think. You didn't just see that. That couldn't have just happened. Could it have? No, that couldn't have happened. People don't do things like that, right? But down here I'm feeling sick about it. What just happened? So I have this conflict going on inside of me. What just happened? Should I find out? Is that what I thought it was? And I walked down the aisle, and this man rushes off with a shopping cart in front of me, and I'm following him down the aisle, kind of trying to keep my distance. And I notice that everybody on the aisle is turning around, trying to get out of his way. They're terrified of him. So they probably witnessed something earlier that I hadn't seen. I passed some missionaries along the way who were just as happy as ever, had no idea this was going on. I always run into missionaries at Walmart. I don't know why that is, but it's great. So I grab my 2 items that I need. I'm headed back up the same aisle. And as I turn the corner, I see that employee standing there, and she's got this little checkout counter there at the skincare product area. She has her own separate checkout station, and there's 2 women there that she's ringing up, and she's shaking, and I can hear her telling her story of what just happened, and their eyes are just in amazement. You know, is she serious? You know, they had that look of surprise. So finally, I decided to walk over, and I put my hand on her arm, and I said, what just happened? I said, I saw something happen, but I can't wrap my mind around it. What was that about? And she turned to me and said, oh my goodness, I was just assaulted by this customer. She said he ran his shopping cart over my feet twice and he hit me. And I said, oh my goodness. That part I didn't see, but what I did see was pretty scary. And so I sat there and listened to her story, and she said, my heart is still racing. I feel so much anxiety right now. I feel so sick about this. I don't even know if I can work. And she said, I called management. Nobody's come over. It's been about 6 minutes since it happened, and nobody's come over yet. And I don't know if he's still in the store, and I'm terrified, and I can't believe that just happened. And apparently, I guess he put some products in his cart and was leaving. And she said, oh, you have to check out separately with items in this department. You have to pay for them here. And he said something like, I don't want to have to pay twice. I have to get other things in the store. I don't want to have to pay here and then pay again. And she said, I'm sorry, sir, that's store policy. I don't make the rules. I just have to enforce them. And that was all she said. And so she reached into his cart to start ringing up the products, and that's probably where things got ugly. And I walked in shortly after when he grabbed him back out of her hands and hit her, or went to try to choke her, or whatever it was I saw. So as she's telling me this, finally her manager comes over, and she relays the same story to her manager, and I said I did see some of it. And the manager said, well, we've got it on camera. I'm sure we'll have it on camera, so we'll go find him because that's not acceptable. We can't let customers treat employees that way and then keep coming back into the store. You know, we have to let them know that's not okay. And, you know, that was assault and battery. So anyways, as I was leaving the store, I went and checked out my items, left the store, and I just had this feeling come over me. What has happened in that man's life that would cause him to feel that he needed to have so much control over that situation that he needed to cause pain on another human being? As much compassion as I felt for that woman, and I felt bad that that happened to her, I turned my focus to him and thought, what has gone on in his life? What has he experienced? What has he been through that would cause him to feel the need to do that to another person? And I started to feel compassion for him. And as I got into my car, I said a prayer for him. And I sent love to him. And I just prayed that he would, you know, maybe even this experience of whatever happened after I left the store would be an opening door to helping him deal with years of whatever's gone on inside of him, whatever losses he's experienced, whatever tragedies, whatever it is, that he would finally deal with that so that that pain wouldn't be controlling his mind and wouldn't be what he's making his decisions off of. So after I've been thinking about it all week long, and I just wanted to share that with you. You know, the next time you have someone come into your life who does something that you just can't believe, causes you pain in some way, stirs you up, causes anxiety, and you just can't believe that just happened. Whether it's a complete stranger, it's something through customer service you're dealing with, or it's someone in your family or a friend, or even a spouse. When this happens, if you can shift your way of thinking, and instead of thinking of yourself as the victim and yourself as the one being attacked and in pain and woe is me, right? Shift it around and think, what has gone on in this person's life that has caused them so much pain that they feel the need to inflict pain upon others? You see, that's the whole premise of bullying. Bullies only bully other people because they're hurting. They're hurting others because they hurt, so they only know how to hurt. That's all they know. But when we can shift that through love, then it changes everything. People will start living a love-based life rather than a fear-based life. When you can remember that, the next time something bad happens to you, you can catch those seeds before they're even planted inside of you. So instead of choosing to take on anxiety and stress, depression, frustration, anger, fright, terror, whatever it is, you can cast it out immediately and say, you know what, I'm not going to take that personal, and I'm not going to let those feelings plant themselves inside of me, because clearly something's gone on in that person's life that would cause them to want to inflict this pain upon me. So I'm not going to receive that pain. I'm not going to accept it. I'm not going to plant those feelings in my heart. I'm not going to plant them in my body or my mind. I'm going to cast them out, and instead I'm going to give love to this person. I'm going to send them love or pray for them, whatever it is, to help them heal. So clearly they've got some wounds going on inside of them as well, and that's why they're expressing that towards you. I've noticed lately on social media a lot of my friends and some family saying that they've noticed that people being unkind is on the rampant. People that are being impatient, rude, cruel, whatever it is, it's almost like people believe it's on the rise. And again, if you've seen my videos where I talk about look at your life as a mirror, the way people are treating you, the experiences you're having, are just a reflection of what's going on inside of you. So learn from that and be grateful for that and change it. Now, I don't say this to put myself on a pedestal, but I can truly tell you that my experiences with unkind and unpleasant people has been on the decrease, major, over the past several months as I've stepped into this better place that I'm in. As I've practiced what I teach in these videos, I have seen these people leave my life. And it's been amazing. It's almost like the old me, and maybe you can relate to this, had the mindset that, oh, I've got to go ask this person for their time, or I need help from this person, or I have to go confront the situation. Oh, it's probably going to turn out not in my favor, oh, it's probably the worst possible scenario that can happen is probably going to happen because that's just my luck. And because I'm so nice, people take advantage of that, and I can just expect the worst to happen and then just go from there. And as I used to think that way, that's what I would get. It would mirror it right back to me. So my beliefs on the inside, the way that I felt about myself and the way that people saw me, was mirrored. You could see that happening in my life. So I would go into situations expecting the worst, and the worst would always happen. And I would think, see, I told you so. However, I've changed. I've come a long ways from where I used to be even 6 months ago. And what I'm seeing now is I go into these situations with excitement, and I think, I'm about to ask for something that most people would say is difficult or hard to get, but I feel really hopeful about it. And I feel that as I talk to this person, they're going to feel my excitement about it and my hopefulness, and somehow we're going to get on the same page and work together, and great things are going to happen. And every time, this is truth, every time I've gone into what some people would deem a difficult situation or a tough request, right? It's always worked in my favor. And that's because I changed the way I think on the inside and the way I feel. Instead of anxiety and stress and fearing the worst, I now go into it with joy and enthusiasm, and I hope for the best. And I get the best. And so I've had the opposite. I have had an increase of amazing encounters in customer service, in business, in people in my neighborhood, friends and family and neighbors, and all kinds of situations. Things always seem to work out in my favor. And I can tell you that's why. So the last thing I want to share with you is a story I just recently heard the other day. True story, a man shared about, he had a friend who shared this story with him, and his friend woke up and heard something going on in his house and thought, oh no, I'm being burglarized. There's an intruder in my house. And he caught the burglar in the act, and of course the burglar started to run away, and this could have gone another way. He could have chased after him, or grabbed a gun and shot him, or called the police, and it could have gone so many different directions. But instead, he had this mindset of what is going on in this man's life that he feels the need to come rob from me. So he chases after this burglar and says, no, wait, let me help you. And he sits him down, gets him a drink, gives him food, gives him some money, and just says, what's going on in your life? And so the burglar went on to explain to him a series of events that have happened in his life that have been unfortunate, that had caused him to be in a place of fear where he felt like he had no other choice but to rob someone. And the man said, let me help you. Let me help you. And so the man showed him love and helped him get on his feet again, and created a friendship. So from a bad situation, from a place that could have been a place of fear, he turned it around and sent it in a better direction, and turned it into something amazing, something beautiful, because he chose love. Now, he could have gone the other direction and acted off of fear and chased after this man, and this man, could have ended up in prison or dead or hurt, or the man chasing him could have been hurt. You just never know. But when you act off of fear, nothing good's ever going to happen. Should you happen to come upon a negative experience or a negative person this year in 2017, it is my hope that you take this advice that I've shared with you today and choose to act from a place of love. Give love to these people, and see what happens. See how it'll change your life. You don't have to condone bad behavior or people breaking the law. You don't have to condone those acts, but you certainly can give love and try to extend compassion towards these people who probably have had some pretty bad things happening in their life that would put them in a situation to be mean to you or cause pain, harm, injury to you in any way. As you start acting from a place of love, you're going to see your world change. You're going to see negative experiences going away. You might walk into a store and have a clerk working there who's been mean to everybody coming through that line, but when it comes your turn for checkout and you extend love, you're going to see something change in that person's life, and you're going to go out feeling just as good as you did when you came in. You don't have to let other people's negative situations and experiences and choices and behaviors and actions influence you for the negative. You can always stay in that place of love, and as you do, you're going to see less and less of those experiences happening in your life. You're going to see people feeling your love and your goodness, and it's going to change where they're at. I hope this message inspires you, and as you go forward into this new year and you come across people and experiences, that you choose to act from a place of love. Get rid of that fear, and 2017 is going to be your year. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you would like more tips on how to be happy, check out my website at yourhappylady.com. You can also always follow my YouTube channel under Happy Marriages. It's all one word. And of course, if you follow me on my Facebook page, the Happy Lady Facebook page, I share weekly tips and videos that I don't share on YouTube, just for that extra little added flavor of joy in your life. So follow me there, and I'd love to hear back from you. Hope you have a wonderful month and a wonderful new year, and we will see you soon.